Have you ever felt a beach so forbidden that every grain of sand seemed to pulse with unseen life? Tonight, we're journeying to 10 beaches where walking on the sand is said to summon voices, erase your memories, and draw you into another world. By number 6, what we reveal will haunt you forever. Don't press away, this is your most chilling watch yet. Number 10. The Whispering Sands, Skeleton Coast, Namibia. The Skeleton Coast, a barren stretch littered with rusted shipwrecks. Once, a group of explorers braved the dunes at midnight, only to feel the sand beneath them vibrate like it had a heartbeat. When they paused, they heard soft whispers, each grain of sand seeming to echo something ancient, something alarming. Locals still refuse to walk there after dark. Folklore speaks of souls of lost sailors, their voices pressed into the sand by suffering, bowie, and ever alert. Sand samples taken show microscopic structures that seem to record sound, vibrating like tiny speakers to anyone who treads upon them. Worse yet, maps now mark dozens of shipwrecks that were first discovered after beachgoers reported stranger voices than usual. That sand collects your past names, languages, secrets, and murmurs them back when your guard is down. Number 9. The Black Mirror Beach, Hyogo Prefecture, Japan. This remote stretch is unlike any other. The black sand is near black glass smooth. In the morning, your reflection appears but linger, and something stares back at you that isn't you. It mimics your posture, then drifts, step after step, down a path that doesn't exist behind you. It's watching, waiting. Video evidence is chilling. Reflections show back alleys and structures that aren't there, shuttle buses rolling past things that defy reality. Science says obsidian shards in the sand act like mirrors, but local folklore calls it the window. Once opened, you can glimpse another timeline. One hiker walked the beach at twilight and saw his reflection kneel when he didn't. That night, he fell into a coma. In sleep, he spoke languages never taught to him. In his final hours, he whispered of submerged ruins in the sand, ruins later confirmed by archaeologists. Number 8. The Vanishing Dunes, Skeleton Beach, Oregon, USA. These dunes shift midnight, revealing clothing, bones, rusted instruments. One night, hikers saw a woman combing the dunes with long hair, pale skin that nearly glowed in the moonlight. They called out, she smiled, then vanished as a dune swallowed her silhouette. Rescue divers found a network of underground void sinkholes that collapse, swallowing objects whole, but these divers emerged 8 days later, disoriented, silent, forgetting who they were. Maps showed dunes moving in impossible ways. Locals believe the dunes track intruders, rearranging their world and then resetting at first light, everything back where it was, even footprints and dropped phones except for one chilling detail. Those items bear new markings the next day in languages no one can read. Number 7. The Singing Shore Gulf of Fonseca, Honduras. At first, it hums like distant machinery. Walk closer, the notes form words. If you heed them, they guide you toward the surf, yet the water remains calm. Some record it, only to find their own voice layered into the echo. One diver surfaced, trembling, unable to talk for 3 days. His companions heard him whisper in Mayan dialects he had never studied. Sound recording instruments confirm frequencies resonating with old Mayan pyramid inscriptions. But how can underwater acoustics reproduce voices? Temple ruins lie offshore, and divers claim structures as tall as temples lie just below the surface. This beach sings your name, your past, or your future before you realize. Dacha. Number 6. The Phantom Footprints, Gansbai, South Africa. An uninhabited spit of sand near the shark-packed shoreline where no one dares swim. At dawn, huge human footprints appear bare in untouched sand heading inland. No human observed. No animal fits the pattern. and they simply vanish into the tide. One research team tracked these prints one night and saw them step into thick coastal fog. When they dashed forward, forks of lightning, then complete memory loss. They forgot their homes, birthdays, even their names. Returned stranded days later, blank and mute. Tested sand here shows vivid magnetite concentrations. Scientists believe the crystal's A's erase memories upon foot contact in low humidity. Locals whisper about spirits offering us clean slates, but the cost is your life, your identity. And the footprints never lead out, they lead in. This is just half the journey. Each beach layers horror onto reality. From whispered dunes to phantom waves, from glowing reflections to memory erasure, these are places you must never walk. Number 5. The Blood Tide Shore, North Atlantic, near Newfoundland. Legend says the water sometimes turns a deep, vivid crimson at dusk. Fishermen swear they've seen waves washing over their boats in acid liquid scarlet, yet no fish blood was ever found. One research vessel recorded video, crimson rolling in at 6 p.m., retreating by dawn. They thought it was algae, but lab tests showed no biological materials, no iron, no pigment, just water-tinted pure red, as if stained. One scientist who touched the water reported an overwhelming sense of guilt, then sobbed uncontrollably, tears matching the water's hue. He described seeing drowned ancestors in each droplet. Pay attention. I'm about to reveal a twist, and remember that. In 2012, seismic sensors 20 miles offshore recorded no ocean tremors, yet the tide changed colors exactly 3 times that year at full moons. Number 4. The Vanishing Atoll, South Pacific. There's a small coral atoll that appears on GPS then vanishes from maps 3 nights each month. Sailors who land on it in those hours report buildings, tents, footprints, signs of life, but by midnight it disappears, leaving only water and moonlight. One sailing crew saw a church, doors open, soundless hymns singing. They anchored, intending to sleep. Dawn came, and the atoll had sunk. Their photos survived, but the satellite shows only open sea. They made a second attempt with underwater drones, but none reached the spot. Signal dropped when they drew near. Their log notes a single line, handwritten, "We found shadows, then nothing." Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. Oceanographers calculated tidal patterns. There should be no way for land to submerge and rise monthly. Twist. The atoll is not sinkings. GPS satellites failed to map it during eclipse tides. Locals say it's a crossing point only present when otherworldly tides align. Number 3. The Foam That Whispers, Baltic Sea, off Sweden. In one cove, foam accumulates unpredictably at dusk. But it doesn't just sit at assings. Foam moves like applause, collapsing in rolling patterns, accompanied by ast. One engineer recorded it magnetically. Voices were layered, soothing, pleading, but the foam took on the shape of laughter, as if it knew your fears. A tourist, drawn by the sound, leaned in and collapsed unconscious. Paramedics said his heartbeat sharply dropped when he neared the foam. Pay attention. I'm about to reveal a twist, and remember that. Lab tests show the foam contains sodium sulfate crystals that micro-resonate in wind, creating harmonic frequencies humans interpret as whispers. Twist. Folk tales say what the foam whispers is your secret, your deepest regrets. Then the cove vanishes into fog for hours. Number 2. The Counting Shore, Andaman Islands. On a secluded Andaman beach, locals say the sand is alive, moving, shifting, and even counting. Visitors have recorded the beach's sands, emitting a series of clicking sounds, like a silent elder counting steps. If you pause, the clicks stop, and when you resume, they restart, At your last step. One day tripper with a hidden camera walked 10 steps, stopped, and heard exactly 10 clicks after a delay. His phone footage froze exactly on the 10th click. Later, he couldn't remember whether he walked forward or back, mind racing with doubt. Get ready. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. Geologists revealed magnetite and piezoelectric quartz crystals that emit current underfoot pressure, creating mechanical clicks. Twist. Villagers say the beach counts to ensure you leave if you break the sequence. Something in the water notices. Number 1. The Breathless Beach, Arctic Circle, near Svalbard. In the high Arctic, there's a shoreline where breath doesn't warm air drawn from lungs empties with frost. Visitors say you can feel the world exhale with you as if the entire beach is breathing. Teams testing warming shelters collapsed as soon as they reached the shore, their energy drained, breathing slowed. All equipment froze instantly. They recorded steps in, then nothings. Some came back speaking nonsense in rare Sami dialects. Pay attention. Final shock ahead. Get ready for a shocking twist. This will blow your mind. Geologists found the air there holds ultra-fine ice crystals that absorb heat and moisture like sponges, double acting as freeze dryers. But the real twist? Locals say this beach is a strot, exhaling every life it touches, holding your breath forever. Final terrifying fact. At each location we just revealed, satellite imagery shows no official designations, no weather stations, no monitors. These beaches exist only on folklore and traveler reports. Yet GPS breadcrumbs point to coordinates that refuse to stay consistent. It's as those sweet days, they only want to exist when you look a ways. Every beach pulse, every muttering tide, every shifting island designed to hold viewers deep into the story. Needs 10 high-res image prompts or voiceover hook text next? Just ask. Inshallah, this will be your most viewed video ever.